Hey everyone, as you can see, I am not walking into the shot today, and there's several reasons for that. The first main reason in regards to that is I'm not going to tell you. But either way, what I am going to say before we get started is that if you enjoy or if you either agree with what I say and you want to add your thoughts to what I say, hit that like button and add a comment. And if you dislike what I say and you disagree and you want to add your thoughts in regards to it, hit that dislike down below. And also leave your thoughts down below. And please keep things civil. And if you want to help encourage me in doing more videos, whether reviews like this and some of the ones that we've done before, and encourage me to kind of finally re-up my subscription to Zoom and get some interviews done and speak to a few things, hopefully in a warmer environment. Please hit that subscribe button, and because it does help encourage me. So we are going, like I said, we are going to be talking about Stranger Things Season 5 Part 1 in this episode. And how long is it going to be? Don't know. But one of the first things I want to talk about is the issues that happened. Because Season 5, Part 1, as you could tell, dropped Wednesday, November 26th, 2025. And it showed us a couple of things. One of which is Season 5, Part 1, of course. And the other, it showed us Netflix did not learn anything, zero, from the Tyson Paul fight that happened last year. And for those of you wondering, what do I mean? Is that last year, during the Tyson Paul fight, Netflix, when folks tried to log into it, Netflix either crashed, they couldn't log into the website, and if they were able to not get by all that and actually log in and start scrolling, and if they wanted to watch the Tyson Paul fight, guess what? They weren't able to, or it was severe. They were having issues saying, hey, we can't play this right now, or it was the aspect of something along those lines, or even better, lag. Where I work at, we had it on 3 screens, and you could be watching it on screen 1. When you look at screen 2, it would be 15 minutes, like 10, 15 minutes after what you see on screen 1, and the third screen will be about 15 minutes after that meeting. The third screen was actually the live video because it was a live broadcast. And what made things worse is that there was a gentleman watching it on his phone, believe it or not, and it was 5 minutes after what we were thinking was the current transmission. So, yeah, and like I said, there was lag, there was skips, and so forth, and that's what was happening with this. Because on several of my devices, Netflix crashed and everything else. People, not to mention if I did manage to actually get by that, I'd click on Season 5, Episode 1, and guess what happened? It'd play the ad, if not the ad, 2 minutes of the recap, and quit. Like, hey, we're having issues playing this video. And it has been reported over the past couple of days, it crashed. So many people were watching the first 4 episodes of Season 5 that Netflix pretty much crashed. People couldn't play. And a lot of the Netflix simps came out and said, well, all you need to do is X, Y, and Z. And sure enough, a lot of folks like, you think we didn't try that? And it still either crashed or wouldn't let us play jack shit. And therefore, yeah. But it's like, but it worked for me. yeah, it worked for some people, but not other people. I didn't get a chance to start watching season 5, the first 4 episodes, I should say, until like closer to 11 p.m. midnight when I got home. So, that's an issue. It again, once approved. I don't know if Netflix thought, well, the Tyson Paul thing was a live event, so therefore we gotta fix that, and they might fix that for stuff like WWE Raw and other things like that. But obviously, they have to apply that to a lot of things that may be more popular, and oddly, Stranger Things is one of the most popular properties that they have right now, and it's kind of sad that over the past 12 months, this will be the second project or second thing that they had that would have been extremely profitable and extremely popular. The first one being Cobra Kai, and I think that ended earlier this year. And this ends the end of this year. What a way to cap the year, though. But I will also mention this: there were 2 things that also, in coordination with Stranger Things season 5 dropping, and that is apparently they got a bunch of sponsors and a lot of, gotta pause it right there for you guys. I'll see you guys on the other side because the train's coming through. I'm sure you could hear it. Okay, that was quicker than I expected. But as I was saying, they had a lot of sponsorships. A lot of corporations from, like, sometimes it's an organization like Budweiser or Coca-Cola or Pepsi, or something along those lines. Sometimes it's 7-Eleven, sometimes it's Dairy Queen or something like that. This time it was like, from what has been popping up on through YouTube and Netflix and a couple other places that I watch that give me adverts, it's been so far Discovery and Doritos. And both of those, I guess, gave them Netflix a couple of bucks to help offset or did promotional ties with Stranger Things. And they had, Doritos had a number to call to help support Hawkins, the town in show. We did give it a call, and guess what? You're going to have to listen to me talk about this on the audio side, because we did call the number, which is 1-855-4-HAWKIN, because you can't really add the S, but it does give you a kind of a pre-recorded, maybe AI message, and you'll hear what was played for us in our audio episode. The link will be down below, and the other was a number. It was a missing poster, and it said for, hey, if you've seen, and it was Jane Hopper, pretty much Elle in the show, and it gave a number. It's a long distance call for many of you out there that might be watching this. I don't have the number offhand. I don't think I will be giving the number out because I don't know when some of you might be watching this, or for those on the audio side, I'll be telling them listening to it. But because sometime in the next year, 2 years, 3 years, I don't know if that number will be given to a private household. So therefore, I'm not going to give that number out, but I will play what has been broadcast to those who call. Both things have been kind of stutter. You'll hear when you download and listen to the episode, you'll hear it kind of stutter, or at least it stuttered for me. Like it was like having lag. So I guess a lot of people were calling it. So it's kind of hard to tell if it was cell reception being bad or the fact that a lot of people were calling it. So that was always fun and something that we here at the show try to do. It's like, hey, there's a number I could call and it might be promotional. Oh, I'm going to share that with my listeners. So, let's see here. Okay, I got that. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm looking at my notes. I'm happy to always share some behind the scenes stuff. Fans notice the number. Seasons dropped. Seasons possible. Yeah, one of the other things that I noticed. We're going to talk that before we get into the show content. Before I scroll down into it, and it's that they're launching this in three parts. First part was dropped as stated November 26th, 2025, which was, depending on when you watch this, maybe about 3-4 days ago. And the next part is dropping December 25th, I think, and the final part is dropping New Year's Eve. To me, that's I understand why they're doing it, because they're trying. I think a lot of times they're trying to break away. Netflix is trying to break away from the let's all drop it at once model. Try to get people kind of more in tuned. That's number one. Or more having kind of a different model than what Disney or Paramount or Peacock tend to do, because they tend to drop their stuff one episode at a time. So. Them trying to say, hey, we're kind of doing the same thing, but we're kind of doing it differently. And I think a lot of times, I think Netflix is also doing this. And it's also why I think other streaming services like Disney, Paramount, Peacock, and the rest of them all do that, is that it's trying to prevent somebody just coming in, sitting down, paying for 1 month, and after they watch everything, unsubscribing and not staying for month 2. They're hoping that folks that are really wanting to watch Stranger Things or whatever show on that streaming service that you want to watch sits down, pays for that month. If it's like 8 episodes, you're paying for 2 months. They're hopefully trying to get at least 3 months worth of membership off of you, whether it be $8 a month, $10 a month, or $15. That's what they're trying to get out of you. So if you're willing to wait, I don't know, 2 months, at least until January before dropping $8, $10 for or whatever for Netflix, because you want to watch it, but you don't want to watch it now. So I'd say, if anything, wait until the end of, or as December 25th gets closer. That way you're able to at least watch everything straight through on Christmas. So, but there. Now, just keep in mind, everything from here on out that we're going to be talking about is going to have spoilers and maybe a little bit spoiler heavy. So, and yeah, it's let's see here. I'm not going to get into it. Some of it seemed to lag, but it was congealed. It is trying to story. The episodes are long. They're about an hour to an hour and a half a piece, and they're going to grow. From what I've seen on some of the lists, they will be growing to closer to a 2-hour mark when the next couple episodes drop. But that's not so much bad. Which having a hour-long episode or an hour and a half long episode kind of makes the 8 episodes into probably, if you want to look at it like this, 16. They could develop characters more and explain things more. So yeah, but the thing is, why not just do 16 episodes at 45 minutes each, 44 minutes each, or even an hour long? You're still getting the same thing, and it's just still episodic. And I'm always that person to say, hey, the whole business model of 8 episodes or 6 episodes here, at least here in the States, is kind of outdated. Granted, it's coming from an old Gen Xer in regards to that, because I'm used to appointment TV, or cable TV, where you had to 8 o'clock on Thursday or 8 o'clock on Friday. Gotta watch, X, Y, and Z, and it's 26 episodes, between 22 and 26 episodes, depending on the show, network, etc., etc., etc. But and to me, you could flush out more story with that. You could develop more of a arc. You could develop characters and stories a little bit better than a rushed 8 episode. And I always thought that outside of a few maybe sitcoms or something along those lines, sitcoms or half-hour like a half-hour dramas or something like that, that is exactly like that, it doesn't work. I'm talking about something like Big Bang Theory could be done in 8 episodes, or a How I Met Your Mother is fine with 8 hours, where something that is like a Stranger Things or an Ahsoka or something along those lines, having 8 hours, you cannot flush anything out. You're going to just have plot holes and plot holes and plot holes and plot holes, and a lot of things seem more forced. Now let's talk into there were a lot of things that were happening, and I do apologize for the dogs. I did see a cat walk by, and I think the cat's just harassing the dogs at this point. But they're trying to tell a story with everything, and some of it's landing, some of it's not, and some of it seems like it's just dragging on and on and on. Let's get on to it. And a couple of good things that I've seen is that I'm giving bonus points for those behind Stranger Things showing in this season Vecna a little bit worse for wear after what happened at the ending of season 4. So that's good, meaning that Vecna / Henry looked way more damaged, looked way more brutal than he did in season 4, because we all know what happened season 4. If you do not, get yourself a Netflix subscription, at least on the $8 tier, and check it out. So and Netflix, if you ever watch this, guess what? If I want to watch something like Cobra Kai or Stranger Things, please move that stuff to either Amazon Prime or Fandango at home, so I can buy that and watch it anytime I want. So, because why? Hey, you put Boys is on Fandango at home. I can purchase that. That way I can watch it on my time. Same thing with Twisted Metal. So, and also, there were two kind of a little bit of a twists. One I kind of liked, and one I did not. I said all this is kind of spoilers. So, the first thing was for the and there's a lot of fan theories about it. There was a couple of things in the first couple episodes of, like 1 or 2 episodes of this current season, season 5, that you didn't know. You thought it was Henry / Vecna, but it turned out the twist in regards, it wasn't. It was Max. So I liked that twist, and it was very interesting, and a lot of the fan theories are saying that Max, it's kind of unknown if it's taking place, the scenes that you see involving Max are either taking place in her head or in Vecna / Henry's head, or the kind of merge. It's weird fan theory that I'm not going to go into here, even though I love fan theories. And the other twist that I don't like, and it's a trope, and that is Will is basically Neo now. And that's right, you heard me correctly. Will is now Neo. That's right. And there was a few times I was going, yes, Will, there is no spoon, and all of a sudden at the right at the final episode for this part, Will goes full Neo. That's right. And it just seemed like, Yet, were they trying to gear up for it? Maybe. But the fact that they're making Will go full Neo, I don't know. Some people are liking the fact, some people don't like the fact that he's becoming Neo from the Matrix. The other thing I didn't like, and something that me and Sasha have gone back and forth on in regards to it, and it's a trope that I kind of just, it's a pet peeve. It just irks the living heck out of me, and that is, I wish I had something that I could grasp. Hold on real quick. And that's right, I'm back, and I've got a prop. It's a stick. And what I'm talking about, it's the trope that I hate is when a lot of horror, you see it in a lot of horror movies, and it's mostly women that have this. I don't know why. It's a trope that given to women, and it's like they utilize the Shelley Duvall school of holding baseball bats. Meaning it's like if they hold something, instead of it holding towards the bottom of it, to give them more of a swing, more range, and more oomph towards the end of their weapon, they kind of, instead of holding it down here, they'll hold it closer to the top and kind of swing like that. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, watch The Shining with Shelley Duvall in it. You kind of understand, or look up on Google Shelley Duvall Shining baseball bat. She kind of holds it kind of like up here instead of way down here. And in reference to this is, in one part of the episodes, Winona Ryder's character, Joyce, holds an axe like close to the top, and granted, she went full mama bear, and this is what I want to get into with the trope of Shelley Duvall holding, baseball bat version. The person that what I usually see that does this trope, the ones that hold in outside of The Shining, that hold it way too far up, are folks that are going to kind of not be around too much longer, while the ladies that hold a weapon like a baseball bat or an axe correctly tend to last longer. So what irked me was, like, here is Joyce holding it in the Shelley Duvall style while going full mama bear on a Demogorgon. But some people will come, if you want to come in the comments saying, well, she knew that Will could feel pain that the Demogorgons were feeling. Understood, but at least she could have done was hold it correctly and be more threatening to it, versus Nancy's mom, Natalia Driver. She does a very good job, and I think she needs a little bit more roles to show that she does more of emotion, but she's selling Nancy very well. Nancy's mom, in it, let's see, she pretty much breaks a bottle and uses it as a stabbing weapon, as a to defend Nancy's sister in the show. And the fact they kind of flipped the trope, where you could say in a wild thing aspect of they flipped the creators, the folks behind Stranger Things kind of knew the trope and flipped it, where Nancy kind of did Joyce did this, and Nancy's mom kind of had a great. Nancy's mom, I think, did survive, or we don't know because the season's not over yet, but she kind of did survive by breaking a bottle and just, going to town on the Demogorgon while being full mama bear. Bravo. I understand what you guys were going for, if you were going for that, by kind of reversing the trope. But still, it's just that, as an old school fan, an old school horror fan, it just irked the hell out of me. And the other thing, one last thing I do want to go into right now, and that is, I only seen it from one particular outlet. I'm sure some of the other, it wasn't the standard outlets that I would be seeing this from, but I'll say at least one outlet I've saw so far in regards to this current season of Stranger Things. I haven't seen them say anything about seasons 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. No, there is one other twist I will get into in a second, but I want to talk about this. And saying how part 1 was so woke, and X, Y, and Z, how could they, yada, yada. I didn't see that. What the one person's talked about how woke, and what they tried to push, and this, they already set that character up for being X, Y, and Z. They already set everything up. The one last twist I did want to talk about is that there is a returning character, and no, it might, if you haven't watched it, it is not who you think it is. But I will say this: number 8 returns. Yes, number 8 returned, and it's not in the role you expected, because they kind of did a twist that in regards to, oh, it's going to be X, Y, and Z, but nope, it was number 8 the whole time. Now, how everything's going to play out in regards to some of the fan theories, what's going on in part 2, we are going to have to see in regards to that. But I don't know. Am I going to be there for the final part, or say final 2 parts, if you want to call one episode a part? I'll be there. We'll sit down on like New Year's Day or something like that, and kind of give you all a wrap up of season 5, part 2 and part 3, if you want to call it laughingly part 3. But and give you my full thoughts of everything. And if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much. Welcome to the end of the video. And one last thing before it starts to get way too dark and I can't record. That is, no, I'm going to save it for a video or even a TikTok. So, later everybody. Have a good one. Again, don't forget to leave a like or dislike on this video and leave your thoughts down in the comment section. And don't forget to help support the channel by hitting subscribe. Later.